everyone, and welcome back to Emkin Gardening. Today we're going to be doing a follow-up tour on the roots flower bed that we planted up at the end of June. So it's been officially 2 months that these annuals have been in the ground. Annuals and perennials have been in the ground. And we just wanted to do a quick check-in on how the plants were doing and to show you how much they've grown and what kind of things that they're also battling in this bed. So let's get a closer look to remind ourselves what we put in this bed in the first place. So right on either side of the bed, we did plant some Limlite Hydrangeas. Now this is their first season in the ground, so they're not going to be reaching their max height of 6 feet tall. But you can see kind of a little bit of the spread that they're going to take. Just like in our own garden, this flower bed did get hit with those crazy thunderstorms that we were talking about. So this poor hydrangea in particular got kind of flattened. You can see these were very much straight up before the storm, and then when the storm happened it just kind of flattened them. But you can see beautiful coloring happening. They're starting their fall hot pink color. And new blooms are coming up as well. So we started with 2 Limlite Hydrangeas, and then the back row we had our purple fountain grass. We had some Credible Saturns, the ones with the rings, the kind of burnt orange rings on the inside. Right here. Remember, you don't have to deadhead these for them to be continuously blooming. They just leave that cute little brown button. We have the Rockin' Plain the Blue Salvia. We have more fountain grass. And then right here, this big one is a regular Sun Credible Yellow. And I do think in the landscape, the Sun Credible Yellows tend to get a little bit taller than the Saturns do, in my experience. But the same thing, they don't need to be deadheaded to continuously bloom. We have another Salvia, and then our Pennisetum. Vertigo. We'll put it on the screen, what it is. Vertigo Pennisetum, I think, is what it is. So this back line is really good. The kids, I don't know if you can pop over and see this, but the kids have really enjoyed picking the flowers, which is totally fine and fun. It just gets them more interested in the garden, but you can see all of these little stems where the kiddos have picked flowers. But that does not stop this plant from continually blooming. The middle section, we kind of had some interesting things happen to our Truffula Pink Gomphrena. So around July time, they died, and I was so sad. I came out one day to just check on the garden and saw that all of the Gomphrena was gone. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? The only thing that was there were like these little leaves, like at the very base of the plant. It's like, oh no, I don't know if like it was just too hot, because remember we had crazy heat this summer. But Gomphrena for the win. If you want something super strong, hardy, tough plant, Gomphrena is the way to go, because look, this one bounced completely back. And you can see this one, the blooms just starting back up, and it's a really healthy and like thick bushy plant down there. Right in front, the front row, we have our Supertunia Bubblegum, and then our Sweetheart Lime Sweet Potato Vine in a pattern here. And what we've noticed is everything kind of tapered off towards the left side of the bed. I'm not sure if the sun is really different from the right side of the bed to the left side of the bed, but you'll see a vast difference between the plants that are on the right compared to the plants on the left. clearly something is also eating these blooms. It looks very similar to the budworm damage. Right here. Do you see how that caterpillar blends in perfectly with the branch? It's so hard to see them. And you can see how they just eat a hole straight through the flower. We were not spraying the Supertunias like we were at home as well. So that's good to know for us next year, that if we do put Supertunias in the bed, we will also need to come back and spray, because there were quite big chunky ones. So like I said, it tapers off from thickness of the plants down to the left side, which I don't know what happened over here, but very different than the right side of the bed. Like this potato vine is struggling, and I'm not quite sure why. These ones were the ones that I'm just really proud of the Gumprina for coming back. Those were the ones that had just the tiniest little leaves left. But even the Limlite is smaller on this side, pushing new growth, but that's about it. Everything's just a little bit smaller on this side. Looks like it's just struggled a little bit more. I also am not sure about wildlife. I'm wondering if wildlife is also coming up and maybe doing some things. But one thing that in this bed did really well is the zinnias. On this side, when we planted them, it was kind of a mix, so we didn't really know what they were going to look like, which kind they were. So these ones are kind of like more of the pom-pom ones, almost like a, what is that? Marigold. Almost like a marigold. And then more of the open flower of a red. And obviously pollinators like crazy. On the other side is one of my favorite zinnias. It would benefit from some staking, but you can see it's pushing new growth everywhere. Just this pink pom-pom, and then another red pom-pom one. So overall, really happy with the outcome of the bed. We have a few more months before the season's over, so I'm expecting a little bit more of a bulk. Now that fall's around the corner, the Supertunias are going to rebound as well, because those caterpillars are going to go away once the weather's a little bit cooler. So we'll get more blooms there. But I think next year we just need more in this bed to fill it up even more. So that's going to be on the docket for next year. But overall, really happy. The kids have absolutely loved it. They've loved kind of looking through the fence, but also coming around and checking things out. So it's really fun, super interactive with like the soft things and the pom-poms and flowers that they can pick, and we don't have to worry about never getting a bloom back, because you know they just continuously grow every time you pick them. So really happy about this. thank you so much for watching this video. We're just really proud of how much growth this garden put on in 2 months, from those little cans that we planted at the very end of June to what they've done and overcome. So we're just really happy. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel for more Emkin gardening content. We hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Bye.